All right, guys, before we jump into OBS and creating really dynamic videos, I do actually want to jump into PIXLR Advanced because I want to show you guys how to customize this even more for your projects. Let's do it. So we're at PIXLR.com, but instead of going to the playful PIXLR, we're going to go to the advanced PIXLR this time. And this is going to be really quick, but I don't want to skip this because if you want to take it a little step further, I think it's worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually customize this bottom layer here. And we're going to customize it to fit a US history lesson. You could put any image that you want. I actually went to Google and I actually used, this is important, I went to settings and I went to tools, usage rights, labeled for reuse. Because you want to do that when you're using pictures from the internet, for example, so that it's totally usable for your projects. So there we go. I've saved that one. In fact, let's go to it one more time and just save it as, okay, a PNG file. That's perfect. Okay. Now we're going to go to the advanced and we're going to upload that file by hitting this little plus button here. And we're going to hit that image. And we're going to go ahead and select this file. And we're going to drag it so that it's overlaid on top of our entire space here, just like that. And maybe move it. And so what we want to do here, what we're trying to do, is we're going to customize this top and bottom spaces so that it fits the history lesson. Now you could customize this to fit anything you want, any picture. And I just think it's kind of fun so that you could customize it. What we're going to do temporarily is we're going to move the opacity down. And to do that, I just click the little three tabs here, and I just use that transparency button to just go down a little bit. And I'm going to take it down to like 20, because right now what we're trying to do is just cut out the top and bottom pieces that we need. And we're going to layer them into this picture. So I'm going to use this selection tool here. It's called a Marquee select. It's right there. And I'm just going to select this top little piece, and I'm literally just going to click Control Copy, Control Paste. Boom. That's all I needed to do. Click this little Arrange button and bring it to the top. Now, right now, that is above my text. So what I need to do is I need to drag that down below my text in the layers area. Do we see that? So I've just moved that. If I move it below this, it's too far below. I want to move it above that. So there we go. Now, I might need to go ahead and change this history lesson of Philadelphia text. So I'll do that in a moment, but we still need to go ahead and copy this bottom part. So I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Keep in mind that I've selected the correct layer that I want to copy with the marquee layer there. And I'm going to go ahead and copy that at the bottom. There we go. And I'm going to hit Control Copy, Control Paste. There it is. Oh, didn't work. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Make sure that's copied. Marquee. Hold that down again. Select, Control Copy, Control Paste. There we go. That's the bottom half of the United States. Actually, it's more Mexico than anything else, but we'll go ahead and plop that into the bottom. Now, we could go ahead and arrange this so that it's at the bottom. We can get rid of the original one that has the low opacity now. We don't need that. And we've pretty much got it here, except this text is a little hard to read because it is, white on a little bit of a light background. So we can double click it and hit the text tool, okay? And we can change it to black. That's easier to read, but it's still a little tricky. I think we're going to stick with white and maybe go to the Style tab here and put a shadow on it. I like that. I think the shadow makes it a lot easier to read. There we go. If it's still too hard to read, we can go to these styles and we can do an outline. That makes it really easy to read. Look at that. So there's a lot of ways to do this. We don't need to spend a lot of time on that, but now much easier to read, right? And we can even make the letter spacing just a little wider. I think that makes it really the biggest difference there. making it easier to read. There we go. Boom, boom, and put it up to the top like that. Now down here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and at least put, now we can also do an entire background. That makes it super easy to read. So those are some options there for making it easier to read, customizing this entire thing. Now we're going to go ahead and hit the File Save button in a little different spot there. And we're going to call this History Lesson PNG Branded. I'm really glad that we did that. All right. I'm glad we did that. Wanted to show you guys a little bit of a more advanced tutorial of PIXLR. Now you're getting a better idea of how to use this tool, and we're going to now apply it to the videos we're going to create. I'm really excited about this. We're looking at OBS next. Let's get into it, guys.